You're getting all the toxins and the tannins and stuff that are in there, and it's not good for you. So, got to find out the full story. Now, the problem when I was growing up is we had a lot of junk food in our house. Anybody here have any junk food in your house? Yeah. We can do search and seizure if you're not sure. Most people have junk food in your house. And my problem was that my dad is a cake decorator. So that meant a lot of grease and sugar in our house for the cakes. My dad is actually a very famous cake decorator. He has decorated cakes for 4 American presidents. And here are 2 of his presidential cakes. On the top was President Eisenhower. This is my dad decorating John F. Kennedy's cake. He also did President Johnson and he did President Truman. Now every 5 years in Germany they have a competition where all the best cake decorators, ice carvers, food and cooks come to Germany to try to win the world title. And one year my dad won that world title. This is the gold medal he was given, recognizing him as the #1 cake decorator in the world. In 1976, before any of you were born, America celebrated her bicentennial. America was 200 years old in 1976. The state of California asked my father to make the biggest birthday cake in the world for America's 200th birthday. And this 3-story, 35,000-pound cake was the cake that my father made for America's 200th birthday. That's my dad there with his 5th wife. He's on number 6 now, and I think he's done. At 84, he should be. Anyway, we had a lot of junk food in the house. And so that junk food, of course, makes my family very fluffy. When I was born, I was fat. I was an 8.5-pound butterball. They said I had 4 chubby cheeks. And they said, yep, this guy's got the family genes. They had the jeans, the shirts, everything else. See, my grandfather died at 320 pounds when his heart exploded in his chest. My dad topped out at 280 pounds, and he's not 8 feet tall. He used to be. Well, my brother, he's a year older than me. When we were in high school, he played football. At graduation, he was the #1 all-state tackle football player in high school. But after high school, he wasn't working out anymore. He wasn't on the track anymore. But he was eating the junk food that we learned to eat as teenagers. The same junk food you guys are probably eating. And guess what, teenagers? When you get used to this food, you don't quit at 21. That's okay, I'm an adult now. I'm done with all this junk food. Now what happens is you keep eating it because you've learned to eat it. And then you eat it when you're in your 30s, and by the time you're in your 40s, it becomes a problem. 50s, it can become life-threatening. That's what my brother did. Ate the junk food. I got a picture of my brother and his wife a number of years ago. And this is my brother, the football player, at 600 pounds. His wife died at 600. Go ahead and get it over with and get it over. Okay. Yeah, I have some junk food there. She died at 612 pounds. Yeah, massive heart attack. Because you see, what she chose for pleasure destroyed her. And I know some of you are making those same choices. You say, oh, I'd never look like that. Well, guess what? When Carol was your age, she would have said, I'm never going to look like that. But she did. And you don't know if that's going to be you. When she was in high school, she was having fun doing what all the other high school kids did, but she was eating the junk food. And her body finally said, nope, can't handle it. And so she died in her 50s. Didn't get to live her life because she chose all the junk. Was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I'll tell you, the last 15 years of her life were miserable. She couldn't go places. She could hardly walk. At 600 pounds, do you think you could walk with 600 pounds on you? That would be like 3 people on your shoulders. But those were the choices she made. Hopefully, you can step out those choices and make some better choices. So, let's go up to the next one we have to go to, of the evening. If you were to call any hospital in North America, ask to speak to the chief of staff of that hospital, any hospital in North America will tell you that in their hospital beds right now, let's scroll down, skip Clinton, there we go, we're right, stop. This is hard to read here, right here, number 10. Any hospital will tell you that 80% of the people who are in the hospital beds right now, as I'm speaking, are there because of their lifestyle. That's why they're in the hospital. What they ate, what they smoked, what they drank, they're in the hospital. They put themselves in the hospital by their choices. If you were to talk to a pathologist who examined dead bodies to determine the cause of death, they'll tell you 70% of the people who died prematurely. They died from their lifestyle. They could have lived longer, could have gotten more out of life, could have given more, but because of their lifestyle choices, they died prematurely. I don't want that to happen to anybody here. I don't want you going to the hospital like everybody else is. because of your lifestyle, or dying prematurely because of your lifestyle. So what we introduce people to, I'm doing a weekend seminar this weekend. We've got some flyers if you're interested. But this weekend, I'm going to introduce people to New Start. And this is where you find all the principles for health that you need. Those two words, New Start, the N stands for nutrition, the E is for exercise, the W is for water. And in the word start, S is sunshine, T is temperance, A is air, R is rest, and then the last T is trust. If you will incorporate all 8 of these into your lifestyle, young people, you will have an exciting, fulfilling life ahead of you. It's a terrible thing when you get into your 30s and 40s, look back on your life and wonder what you could have accomplished. But you didn't reach your goals. You didn't accomplish them. Why? Because you made some bad choices. You know, even when I went to my high school 10-year reunion, some of my classmates were in prison. Some of my classmates were in a mental institution because of their drugs. And some of them were already dead because they lived a fast lifestyle that destroyed them. By the time we went to our 20-year reunion, more of them had died. More of them were in prison because they didn't quit. They kept up this lifestyle. They didn't practice any of these New Start principles, and it destroyed them. Took them out. Put them in the institution. Doesn't have to happen to anybody. So what we're going to talk about right now, that's a simple one to start with, and that's water. That's very simple. How many here drink at least 8 glasses of water a day? 8 full glasses of water a day. Okay. Well, there's a number of you. That's good. What I want to put you on, those especially who are not drinking, is a 2-week challenge. I want you to try something for 2 weeks. So all you have to do is 2 weeks. If it doesn't work, you can quit. But I want you to try this for at least 2 weeks and see what happens. And here's the challenge. For 2 weeks, I want you to drink 8 one-cup glasses a day. That's 2 liters. All right? 8 one-cup glasses a day and see what happens. I can guarantee that if you'll start doing this, your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, is going to go up. In other words, your energy level is going to increase. You're not going to be so tired in the morning. You know, most people when they wake up, they are so tired. When I wake up, I like to hit the floor running. But most people just hit the floor. And there's a reason why. And one of the reasons is because this body is not getting flushed. Young people, your body is like a toilet. It needs to be flushed. And only water flushes. Coffee, milk, juice, tea, soda pop have to be processed and digested. This guy is zoning out on me right now. I can see your eyes almost crossing. Did you get enough sleep last night? Made my point. Water flushes the body. When I first get up in the morning, I like to have 2 glasses of water. Not all at once. Take 15 or 20 minutes to drink it, because you don't want to inundate the body with all this water. But if you'll drink 2 glasses of water, the body starts to flush. Okay? By noon, well, first, when you first get up in the morning, your urine will be a yellow to orange color, and it will have a strong odor. That's because of all the bacteria that built up